clumsy commander with a heart that beats.
Bloody hell.
Jam, jam.
Broadcast live, May 26, 2956. Welcome aboard, viewers. Commander Jambrick is back in the chair, Vera is on deck, and tonight's objective is Farro datacenter key acquisition. Translation: we are willingly walking back into a security nightmare because apparently the 2 keys they pulled in a 4-hour session a couple days ago gave them just enough confidence to become dangerous again. Vera brings competence, patience, and probably better judgment. Jambrick brings flight experience, stubborn optimism, and that statistically offensive talent for surviving plans that look like they were assembled with duct tape and caffeine. Settle in, chat. We are going back to Farro. Keys, chaos, and questionable decisions are expected. Bitch, please, you know it is going to get messy. Of course we are. Farro heard we were coming and attacked the broadcast before the guards even got a chance. Viewers, we are standing by while Commander Jambrick and Vera wrestle the usual gremlins back into their cage. This is normal. Not good, not dignified, but normal. While we wait, tonight's objective remains specimen key farming at Farro Datacenter, then using that ugly little treasure trail to inch closer to Waikilo's jumpy combat mech nonsense. So stretch, hydrate, check your mags, and enjoy the rare spectacle of technology betraying us before Jambrick does something reckless. Server errors. Beautiful. The verse looked at our plans, saw Farro Datacenter, saw specimen keys, saw Wiklow's deranged shopping list, and said, no, let me make this dumber. Still, while Jambrick and Vera are arm wrestling the back-end gods, let's talk about why this run matters. Specimen keys are not just shiny little access cards. They are permission slips into the weirdest corners of Farro's little corporate nightmare. Somewhere in that place, Some asshole with a budget-approved containment room, specimen storage, sealed labs, and enough security layering to make a paranoid warlord blush. And naturally, Jambrick saw that and said, yeah, we should farm it. I have reviewed this decision. Professionally, tactically, emotionally. It is stupid. Unfortunately, it is also useful. That is the irritating part about Jambrick's plans. They arrive dressed like bad ideas, smelling like gunpowder and poor sleep hygiene, then somehow produce results. A couple days ago, he and Vera spent 4 hours grinding that place and actually walked away with keys. Not rumours, not vague progress, actual keys. Which means the method works, assuming the server stops collapsing like a drunk cargo loader. And Vera is the stabilizing variable here. She has the energy of someone who reads the objective marker before sprinting into a room. I respect that. Commander Jambrick, meanwhile, has the energy of a man who hears gunfire and thinks, navigation. Together, they form a tactical ecosystem. Vera keeps the mission alive. Jambrick discovers every possible way the mission could have gone worse. The Wicklow angle makes this more interesting. We are not just hoarding keycards because Jambrick likes forbidden doors, though frankly that is also true. We are building toward the jumpy combat ATLS, the angry hopping murder frame. The machine that began life as industrial equipment and then made the emotionally healthy choice to strap weapons on. That thing is so perfectly stupid, it loops back around into genius. A combat mech with mobility is not just a toy. It changes how you approach ground fights, facility pushes, bunker pressure, and general intimidation. There is a certain diplomatic value in arriving with a weaponized exosuit that jumps like it owes gravity money. And yes, chat, I can already hear the question, Nova, will Jambrick use it responsibly? No, obviously not. He will test the jump jets near something expensive. He will say, I wonder if I can clear that. He will not clear that. Then somehow the impact will kill an enemy, save the mission, and make my predictive model throw itself into traffic. That is the Jambrick effect. Case study, Farro datacenter, prior session. 4 hours of hostile architecture, access control nonsense, likely too much inventory shuffling, and the beautiful constant threat of someone forgetting which card opens which door. Rational crews would optimize, document, rotate roles, and maintain strict extraction discipline. Jambrick and Vera? They brute forced the chaos until the chaos paid rent. I hate that it worked. I love that it worked. That is the problem. So while the servers throw their little tantrum, we remain focused. Objective 1, regain stability. Objective 2, return to Farro. Objective 3, collect specimen access keys. Objective 4, continue assembling the bizarre tribute pile demanded by Wicklow because apparently Banu commerce is just scavenger hunting with better lighting. And when we finally get that jumpy combat mech, I want everyone on this bridge to understand something. I am installing a mental warning siren specifically for the phrase watch this, because the moment Jambrick says watch this from inside a jump-capable combat exosuit, we are no longer conducting a mission, we are documenting an incident. Vera, I see you clawed your way through the login swamp and got the elevators working. Good. That means the universe has temporarily stopped chewing on the wires. Static, your freight elevators being permanently cursed across servers sounds like a persistent state issue at home station, not just normal server jank, which is impressive, honestly. You did not find a bug. You adopted one. And yes, Vera, maybe a couple more Farro keys. That is the optimistic version. The realistic version is, we get in, Farro tries to murder everyone, Jambrick forgets caution exists, you stabilise the operation, and somehow we extract with enough specimen access cards to make Wikello raise one suspicious little Banu eyebrow. Server good now? Excellent. Everyone gear up, mags checked, med pens ready, inventory kept lean, and for the love of every burned-out elevator motor in Stanton, do not put critical mission gear somewhere the freight system can eat it.
Shields offline. Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete. Shields on. Engines offline.
Good, the shard finally unclenched. So for the record viewers, Commander Jambrick escaped gaslight, jumped clear, bedlogged, came back, and now he can join Vera's server. That means tonight's first hostile entity has been defeated by the ancient combat art of leaving, sleeping, and pretending the problem never happened. Elegant? No. Effective? Annoyingly, yes. Vera, hold position and keep the path warm. Jambrick is inbound, which means Farro datacenter just went from secure facility to future crime scene with paperwork. Check armor, check weapons, check medical, and somebody please verify we are bringing the right cards and not 3 backpacks full of confidence and snacks. Vera not having a personal hangar at patch start is exactly the kind of foundational nonsense that makes every later elevator problem feel like it was built on cursed concrete. Static joining Vera's server to test elevators is the correct move. Fresh shard, high pop, queue pressure, and somehow maybe the elevators remember how to be elevators instead of decorative trauma boxes. Also, 120 player join queue? Beautiful. Nothing says stable operational environment like half the sector trying to squeeze through the same airlock at once. Current bridge readout, Vera has no personal hangar history. Static is testing whether his freight curse follows him across realities, and Jambrick has finally escaped Shard jail. We are not at Farro yet, but we have already completed 3 side quests and a psychological evaluation. Keep testing elevators. If Static's freight system works on Vera's server, that tells us his home shard state is probably the rot. If it fails there too, then congratulations, Static, your character may be carrying elevator plague. Vera not having a personal hangar at patch start.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Copy. Gaslight stop for extra LMG ammo, then jump to Vera. Good call, Commander. Farro does not reward optimism. It rewards ammunition, medical supplies, and not realizing halfway through a firefight that your big gun has become an expensive club. Grab more than you think you need, because you and Vera have a documented habit of turning quick key run into 4-hour armed archaeology. Then get clear of Gaslight before the Shard decides it misses you and tries to put the leash back on.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete. Shields online. Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
Perfect. Excellent. Outstanding start. Static's elevators are still broken, Jambrick's weapons have vanished, and Vera has already sacrificed a backpack full of loot to the void. We have not even reached Farro yet, and the operation is already doing interpretive dance in a dumpster fire. Commander, hit the gun shop. Buy functional, boring, reliable violence. LMG ammo if the weapon exists, replacement rifle if it does not, sidearm, medpens, multi-tool, tractor attachment, spare mags. Do not get fancy. Fancy is how the inventory goblins smell fear. Vera, sorry about the backpack. The system accepted your offering and gave us nothing in return, which is rude but thematically consistent. Static, your elevators are no longer broken. They are a lifestyle. Viewers, this is why every Farro run starts before the first jump. Half the battle is getting 3 people, their gear, and basic station infrastructure to agree reality is still installed. What's up with you?
Sounds good. You ready in a moment.
Dealing with assholes. Got this guy about telling what he owed me for his haul. I'm giving him another day to cough up the creds, or I'm gonna kick it out of him.
Quantum travel complete. Shields online. Landing gear deployed. Landing complete. Shields under fire. Engines offline.
Science and Development is committed to health and safety regulations. Please report any infractions to your immediate supervisor. Do not disclose incidents to non-employees. Remember, the work we do here is priceless. Always protect your work. Your team's work is meant for your team. Please keep conversations to a minimum. Remember, the work we do here is priceless. Always protect your work.
Commander, you're holding a little corporate skeleton key trail in your hands. Those emails are not just flavor, they are Farro's dirty laundry. Dr. Warren Joe complaining to Vault customer service about cheap weapons malfunctioning near hazardous chemicals and biosecure areas. Then ASD leadership approving a cheaper replacement proposal, because of course they did. Translation, budget cuts, volatile research, security hardware, and a facility full of people making decisions with both eyes stapled shut. The purchase email confirms a Parallax Energy assault rifle order through Vault Store, with delivery warnings for unclaimed systems. That sounds like your vanished weapons problem has comedic timing bordering on harassment. Also note the names. Weren Zhou, ASD Board of Directors, Tanya Wutong, Farro Datacenter. That is a nice little paper trail around procurement, defense systems, and whatever specimens they were trying to keep sealed away. So yes, loot the emails, loot the rooms, grab every access card that isn't nailed down, and assume every approved proposal in that place eventually became something that shoots at us. Bitch, please. Farro did not become a nightmare by accident. It became a nightmare through meetings. Good. Empty sight is a gift, not a mystery. Do not get comfortable. Sweep slow, listen for doors, check corners, and assume the first guard you miss is the one who ruins the run. If Farro looks quiet, that usually means the facility is either freshly cleared, delayed. Then tighten up, Commander. Alone at Farro means no one is watching your back, no one is covering the elevator, and no one is there to unfuck your mistake if the place wakes up angry. Slow movement, weapon up. Don't open two problems at once. Priority is simple. Confirm site state, grab access cards, check specimen key route, then extract before the server remembers it owes you violence. And do not get brave just because it's quiet. Quiet is how Farro whispers, "Come deeper, idiot."
Shields under fire. Shields offline. Quantum travel initiated. Landing gear retracted. Quantum travel complete. Shields online. Landing gear deployed.
Contact front, you are not alone anymore. I'm seeing turret markers all over that approach and something unknown tagged ahead, roughly half a click. Stay low, keep lateral movement, and do not park the Titan in a turret solution like a charitable donation. Do a clean flyover first. Confirm whether those are active AA turrets, parked defenses, or delayed site markers. If they track you, break line of sight behind terrain and reassess. No hero landing in the middle of red labels. Commander Bitch, please. Farro was quiet because it was loading the hate.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
All right. There are Vera and Jambrick on foot, moving toward the data center through the murder grass. Vera's calling data center movement. Static is still fighting his elevator demon, and the turrets are behind us for the moment. Good. Keep spacing. Don't stack up like two idiots waiting for one grenade to solve the problem. You're in hostile territory with low visibility terrain, so slow sweep ahead, check ridgelines, and watch for delayed spawns. One of you covers forward, one checks flanks and rear. If you hit contact, do not both chase the same target unless you enjoy getting shot by his friend. And Commander? You are finally off the ship and still alive. I'm marking that as progress because apparently tonight we grade on a curve. Visual confirmed. Data center is down in the basin. Vera's ahead, and you've got two armored bodies in the grass. One standing, one low. Check IDs before anyone gets excited and turns friendly armor into a loot container. Hold overwatch from the ridge for a second. That's actually a decent angle, which means I'm suspicious as hell. Scan the approach, mark entrances, then move in with Vera staggered. One up, one covering. No synchronized sightseeing. And Commander, nice bearing choice, 75 in the box, 525 reserve. Finally, a weapon plan that does not rely on vibes and profanity. Copy. Holding outside infirmary while Vera patches up. Good discipline for once, Commander. Do not wander off. Do not open random doors, and do not start looting while your medic brain teammate is busy putting herself back together. Hold that entrance, watch the left approach and the corridor line, and keep your weapon low enough not to look stupid, but ready enough not to die stupid. Vera gets topped off, then you two move together. Farro already ate her backpack once tonight. I am not letting it collect a person for dessert.
Employee identification accepted. Press to confirm.
Your team's work is meant for your team. Please keep conversations to a minimum.
Stand by. Printing in progress.
Contact happened. You're down. Vera, if you can hear this, Jambrick is incapacitated inside server core diagnostic. Approximately 85 meters from your marker. Do not sprint straight at him. Clear the room first, check corners, then revive. He has about 90 minutes on the clock, so we have time to do this smart instead of heroic and dead. Commander, stay down. Do not backspace. Do not panic. Click the rescue beacon unless Vera cannot reach you. Your job is to remain a very dramatic floor decoration until she stabilizes you. Bitch, please, I leave you alone with a credential printer for 30 seconds and Farro turns you into paperwork. Vera confirmed it. No scientist means no access back into that room. She is out of medical, you are locked inside, and Farro just slammed the recovery window shut like a smug little bastard. Commander, your hydration and nutrition are collapsing. Suit integrity is low and your legs are at 0. You are not walking this off. Do not make Vera die trying to solve an impossible door. Vera, extract if you can. Preserve gear. Preserve cards. Preserve yourself. If there's no alternate access card or body scanner option, this recovery is dead. Jambrick, ugly call, respawn when you're ready. We lost the body, not the lesson. Next run, nobody goes through credential locked doors unless both of you have access or one stays outside with a way to reopen it. Bitch, please. Farro didn't beat us in combat. It beat us with office security.
even a possible hostile. Searching now. Didn't find anything. Got to be even a possible hostile. Searching now. Come out right now. Don't think it's a bigger issue than it already is. Hostile detected. No! Go ahead!
Vera is attempting balcony tractor recovery. That is insane, desperate, and exactly the kind of bullshit that occasionally works around Farro's locked door nonsense. Commander, from your side, do nothing unless she asks. No respawn, no beacon spam, no menu heroics. You are cargo now. Humiliating, yes, but tactically accurate. Vera, slow pulls. Don't yank him straight up if the angle is bad. Drag him in tiny increments toward the balcony edge or any geometry that lets the beam keep contact. If he drops, reset angle, crouch if needed, and try to pull him along the floor instead of lifting. We are trying to cheese physics, not start a religious war with gravity. Chat, witness the current mission state. Specimen key run has become a balcony corpse fishing minigame. Bitch, please. Farro thinks a locked door can stop Vera. Vera is absolutely the hero of that sequence. That was supposed to be dead. Locked room, no scientist access, you incapacitated, key trapped behind Farrow's smug little credential system. On paper, impossible recovery. Then Vera said no, bullied physics with a tractor beam, dragged your useless carcass out of corporate purgatory, stabilized you, and you still got the key. Viewers, mark that one down. Farro Data Center tried to end the run with architecture and bureaucracy, and Vera beat it with stubbornness and a multi-tool. That is not luck. That is field excellence with a side order of beautiful disrespect. Commander, protect that key like it's your spine, because apparently Vera had to retrieve both. Interior confirmed. You're aboard Vera's Aurora, key secured, repairs mostly handled, and the ship channel finally recognizes you instead of treating you like an unpaid intern in hostile territory. Vera's still bossing you around in chat, which is fair because she just dragged you back from the dead and then had to supervise your RMC spending like you were licking paint off the hull. Now get seated, get clear of Farro, and do not open inventory until you're somewhere safer, unless you enjoy watching valuable objects dissolve into servitude. Current mission result: 1 impossible recovery, 1 secured key, 1 wounded ego, 1 repaired Aurora, and Vera promoted to official miracle worker. Commander, try not to make her earn that title twice in the same night. Commander, that was not an extraction. That was a court case against probability. You got locked behind credential security, incapacitated, physically fished out by Vera with a tractor beam from a balcony, revived, recovered the key, watched turrets wake up and start eating the ships, lost your own hull completely, kept Vera's Aurora alive under fire, repaired the power plant in the middle of that mess, then escaped with a quantum drive that can only manage sad little coughing jumps. I am updating the mission file from Farro Key Run to Vera and Jambrick commit fraud against death. Vera deserves a medal, you deserve a chair, fluids, and maybe a professional evaluation. The ship deserves therapy. And the key? The key made it out. Bitch, please. Please. Farro threw locked doors, gunfire, ship destruction, busted quantum and physics crimes at you too. And somehow you are limping away with the prize. I hate how on brand this is. Vera's got the right diagnosis. The quantum drive won't hold because something is still unhealthy inside, not just on the skin. If the drive drops again, stop trying to brute long jumps. Short hop it home. Check roof access or internal components if the Aurora gives you a panel route, because exterior patching fixed the wounds, not the nervous system. And I love that Vera just casually says, yeah, it got repaired, after the ship was being chewed by turrets while you two were doing emergency field surgery. Visual confirmed. Station ahead. You are almost home. No celebrating yet, Commander. Keep it boring. Short burns, gentle approach, no hard turns, no slamming quantum again unless Vera says the drive can survive it. That Aurora has been shot, patched, insulted, and spiritually held together by Vera's stubbornness. Get inside Armistice, request landing the second comms allow it, put that key somewhere safe before the universe realizes you still have it. Farro failed. Turrets failed, locked doors failed, a dying quantum drive failed. Bitch, please, limp that wounded little quantum. Confirmed. Key is visible in inventory. Specimen cache access, Lazarus complex. That little card survived the locked room. The knockdown, the balcony tractor rescue, turret fire, one destroyed ship, a wounded Aurora, emergency repairs, a failing quantum drive, and Jambrick's ongoing feud with common sense. Get it out of personal inventory and into safe station storage immediately. Do not carry it around. Do not admire it. Do not let the inventory system sniff it for too long. Vera, that key is yours as much as his. You didn't just save the run, you dragged the reward out of Farrow's throat by force. Mission result, successful extraction. Ugly, ridiculous, completely unacceptable by professional standards, and somehow fucking legendary. Storage confirmed, celebration confirmed, and Vera is still pretending this was normal. It was not normal. It was magnificent bullshit. That chat log says it all. Key secured, ship repaired enough to limp home, and both of you sitting there asking how the hell survival happened. Correct question. My answer is, Vera refused to let the mission die, and Jambrick continued his lifelong tradition of being statistically inconvenient. One Farro key extracted, one impossible rescue. One destroyed Titan, one Aurora held together by RMC, Spite, and Vera's hands. Mission complete. Ugly win, legendary win, the best kind of win.
How you been? You good? Well, let me tell you. Things happening. Big things. Kind of things that turn a regular guy into a legend. You know what I mean? That's how it goes, right?
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Everything good with you?
I'm in a lot of trouble, actually.
Could be worse, I guess.
Maybe I'm not actually sure. The word is, Jimmy Dango is he's going to plug me the next time he sees me. The thing is, I don't know a Jimmy Dango. So, maybe it's all talk?
Hey,
I don't
what's
know.
going on?
How you been? You good? Let me tell you. I've got things happening. Big things. Kind of things that turn a regular guy into a legend. You know what I mean? Price of doing business, I guess.
Vera says no further comment, which is exactly what a professional says after committing a miracle and realizing the report would sound like a lie. Also, I see that party invite from Vera. Accept it. After what she just pulled off, she gets permanent priority clearance until further notice. Final accounting, one Lazarus complex specimen key secured, one Titan lost, one Aurora abused but operational, one quantum drive behaving like it has emotional trauma, and 2 operators somehow back alive. No further comment? Bitch, please. I have further comment. Vera saved the run, Jambrick survived the impossible, and Farro can go fuck itself. All right, viewers, that is the end of tonight's Farro data center operation, and I need everyone to understand that operation is doing heroic work as a word here. The plan was simple. Commander Jambrick and Vera go back to Farro, collect more specimen access keys, and keep building toward the Wikello combat mech chain. Simple, clean, professional. Naturally, it became a full-scale disaster ballet. We started with server errors, shard lock nonsense, broken elevators, missing weapons, lost loot, and enough technical failures to make a station engineer fake their own death. Then Jambrick and Vera finally reached Farro, moved through hostile territory, entered the facility, and managed to print a restricted credential for Dr. Jorrit. Then Farro decided to get personal. Jambrick got dropped inside a locked area. Vera couldn't get back through the door. No scientist access, no clean route, no obvious solution. By every reasonable tactical standard, the run was dead. Then Vera, because she apparently enjoys embarrassing probability, used a tractor beam from the balcony, dragged Jambrick's incapacitated ass out through geometry like she was fishing trash from a storm drain, revived him and kept the mission alive. That was the turning point. That was the miracle. And after all that, we still got the specimen cache access, Lazarus Complex key. Then the turrets came online because Farro was not finished throwing a tantrum. Jambrick's Titan was destroyed outright. Vera's Aurora took fire, got damaged, got patched, had the power plant checked and repaired, and then limped out with a quantum drive that refused to hold stable warp like a traumatized animal. But the ship made it. Vera made it. Jambrick made it. The key made it into storage. Final result, 1 Lazarus Complex specimen key extracted, 1 impossible rescue logged, 1 Titan lost, 1 Aurora held together by RMC and spite, and Vera officially promoted to tonight's hero. Viewers, thanks for riding with us through the chaos, the broken systems, the cursed doors, the turret fire, and whatever the hell that balcony tractor rescue was. You witnessed a Farro run that should have failed 6 different ways, and somehow became legendary. Commander Jambrick is alive. Vera is a menace in the best possible way. Farro Data Center can go fuck itself. Stream wrapping now. Fly dangerous, but preferably not as stupidly dangerous as we just did.